There are two types of people that are going to watch this video. The first group is the people that haven't watched a lot of self-improvement videos, and so this is one of their first ones. And the second type of person is someone who's probably heard all the tips I'm going to say in this video already. However, don't leave, because the point of this video is not to give you new information, but to simply refocus you on what self-improvement tips are actually important for you, and the most important for you. A lot of self-improvement YouTube is just fluff, because these self-improvement YouTubers need to continuously make more and more videos, especially newer videos, so that their audience continues watching them, so that they can continue to make thousands of dollars a day. But self-improvement, similar to personal finance, is just one of those things where you need a couple foundational things that are going to bring you nearly all the benefits. So I'm making this video today just to bring to your attention the 3 most important things you need to focus on for self-improvement. Feel free to watch other self-improvement videos, because there's still a lot of value, but these are the big hitters. Sleep. Man, I mean, this video was already boring enough. Possibly the most boring thing I could say. But it's true. Sleep is probably the most important thing you can lock down, because good sleep is going to help literally anything positive in your life. And bad sleep is going to help everything negative in your life, without exception. Sleep helps focus, muscle recovery, growing taller, being more social, looking more attractive, being healthier, living longer, and the list could go on and on into infinity. But how do you really lock down sleep? Like, do I need to get an expensive ring or purchase one of those apps that tracks your sleep? No, for the most part, I think those sleep things are a scam. They're also a detriment in many major ways, because sleep has so much to do with mindset, as it does with actual sleeping. First, I'll quickly just name all the things that you can do to get better sleep. Have a colder environment, as your body cooling down is one of the most important things for your body getting ready. This is why hot and warm showers are good before bed, as it allows your body to cool down. Make your room as dark as possible, because very little light will keep you awake. Even the light off of your phone or the little night light you got plugged in is gonna make your body feel a lot less sleepy. Try to reduce sounds as much as possible, especially sporadic sounds, because they're gonna make it so you could never get fully calmed down. Even if they don't hurt you falling asleep, it could hurt you from falling into deep sleep. I would also recommend you sleep on your back, because that's the scientifically best way of the 3 ways of sleeping, but it's also not a huge deal. Now, the reason I call sleeping rings and those sleeping apps a scam is because even if you don't get a perfect night's sleep, that's alright, and that doesn't have to stop you for accomplishing what you have for the day. Even if you were awake more hours throughout the night than you first thought. You don't know that. You only know that because of these rings and apps, and the only reason they are affecting you, and then you knowing that you were awake more throughout the night, is gonna make you more sleepy and less productive than if you just didn't know. Because some things are just better unknown, because you might as well let your brain not be fully informed about your sleep last night, so it can go on normal. It's like if a placebo is helping you out, then why try to break the placebo? Alright, how much sleep are you supposed to get? Well, it varies by age, so I'll just separate into 2 simple, not scientific groups. Those aged between 13 and 18, and those 18 plus. If you're 13 to 18, try to sleep 9 hours a day, as that's what the science says is best for the most amount of people in that age group. And if you're older than that, 8 hours a day. But even though it says you have to sleep 9 hours a day, that means you have to be in bed for 10 hours a day, because to make up for all the time that it takes for you to fall asleep and the time you're awake throughout the night. Every individual is different though, and so this should take testing from you. If you're 13 to 18 and you sleep 7 hours a night, and then you feel fully rested and energetic in the morning, I say that's fine, and you can continue sleeping like that, because some people are just able to survive on less hours. And I know for me personally, when I sleep 10 hours, which means spend like 11 hours a day in bed, that makes me feel the most rested. But I also don't feel too bad when I just get 9 hours of sleep, and so I try to save that extra hour for me. So a lot of it is just up to the individual and how much sleep is best for you. The next thing is to take advantage of the flow state and or deep work. This is going to 10x your productivity on whatever hobby, work, artistic task you're doing. I actually made a video on this not too long ago about how you can use this to 10x your work. Studies show that people who take advantage of the flow state in deep work are more satisfied in life and more fulfilled than those who do not. And the way you're able to 10x your productivity through deep work is through reducing distractions. Why are distractions bad? Well, distractions break your focus. Every time you're working on something important and then you pull up your phone to check a message or a notification, you're breaking your focus and intensity of your work. The ways you reduce distractions are by moving your phone away from you and having it on Do Not Disturb, by removing computer notifications, by clearing your desk from as many things as possible. Maybe look into wearing headphones to try to reduce the amount of sounds that are around you, and try to pick times where people in your house, if you're living with some people, are less likely to bother you. So let's say you're doing an average deep work block. Here's what you would do. You'd wake up early, let's say 7, do all your stuff, start working at 7:30 because people in your house are less likely to bother you at that time. Before starting anything, you figure out what you're gonna do for this deep work block, which usually is either 60 or 90 minutes long. What I like to do is to figure out what I'm gonna do deep work on the night before, but you can also do it just before you start doing your deep work block. So once you've got enough tasks and an order you're gonna do these tasks that are going to fill up the time block you allotted, then you go to the first thing and you just start working, and you don't focus on anything else except your work. After a while, you're not even gonna notice the rest of the world around you. Then if you ever get distracted, like let's say you still check your phone, you realize, oh crap, I've been distracted. You put your phone down, and then you literally, sometimes I just do this and focus myself back on my computer screen and go back to doing what I was doing. Because you're gonna inevitably get distracted. The human brain is just like that sometimes. And so you just have to refocus yourself each time it happens and have the awareness to realize whenever you're being distracted. If you want more specific tips, I'll link my video in the description below. Next is working out. Standing bench press. Working out is really good for making you physically better, mentally better, and attractively better. Not a great word choice, but hey, I'm trying to do a little bit of rhyming and a little bit of poetry. You feel? Anyways, working out has been shown to really help the mind and soul, if you believe in that, of course. As the mind, body, and soul all connect with each other to help your whole person. Making your body physically healthier is gonna make your mind healthier, which is gonna make your soul healthier. And of course, working out is gonna make your heart better, your lungs better, it's gonna make you stronger. That's, I think, physically healthier. I don't know, maybe strength isn't considered physically better. And then of course, working out, if you do the right things, is gonna put muscle on your body, which is gonna make you more attractive. And we're lying if we didn't say that we'd all like to look a little more attractive. When you start out, there's a couple things to keep in mind. First, you don't have to go to the gym right away. I actually don't recommend you go to the gym right away. I think it's much better to start out with body weight exercises like push-ups, pull-ups, and squats, and to get those to a good range before you then get adjustable dumbbells, which is what I personally did, as they're an amazing bang for your buck, as they go from 2.5 pounds to 52.5 pounds. I mean, I could still be doing bicep curls to this day in my basement. I started at like 15 pounds, I'm up to 35, 40 pounds. I still could be doing it a year and a half or so later. I thought they were so good, in fact, I actually made a video about them on YouTube Shorts and TikTok, trying to sell it to people. And you could see I was absolutely amazing at that. But hey, if you want to check the description below, I'll have them linked right there for you. Click, click, click. And then I went to Planet Fitness because I just wanted to have more machines. I was having a tough time working out my triceps at home. I didn't really like anything I was doing, so I really wanted machines. And then when I realized that it would be beneficial for me to have barbells, because Planet Fitness has no barbells, just Smith machines, I went to a much better gym, probably a gym I'm gonna stay at for a very long time, Event Fitness. And I think this progression is just a lot better because it's not super intense right at the start. You don't have to feel too overstressed in the gym, and that makes you just want to stop working out, And another thing is, you don't have to start working out 5 to 6 days a week for an hour a day. You really shouldn't, because one, it's very unlikely you're gonna stick with that. Because when was the last time that you went super hard on something, some habit, and stuck with it? It's really one of those things that you gotta start light and start improving slowly over time, progressively overloading your improvement. See? just like gym. And secondly, beginners need to train more than just their muscles, but also their central nervous system, which takes a lot of time to recover and shouldn't be overdone. I'm just gonna link a video in the description from Jeff Nippard, which talks about minimalism when it comes to working out and how you can work out and get 90% of the benefits for just going 2 to 3 days a week for like 45 minutes. And I think that's really possible for a lot of people to commit to. You bored from this video? Good, I did my job. As these things are not supposed to be flattering, because sleep, that's kind of boring. Flow states, I mean, it's cool to learn about and cool to think about, but it's kind of boring to actually do. And working out, monotonous, boring. But these things are so tremendously important in self-improvement that if you're like top 20% among all people in these categories, you're gonna be in the top 20% of like best self-improvement people. Like, you really think you wouldn't be in the top 20% if you had perfect sleep, perfect work, and perfect working out? I feel like that's a lot of what you just need. Well, that's all I got for you today. Make sure to hit the subscribe button, as I'm a small channel and I can take all the help I can get. And don't forget to hit the gym, hit the deep work, hit the sleep, and hit the think better. I'll catch you over in this video right here.